Hello, citizens of Planet Roller Derby. Welcome to the 2019 La Classique Georgia W. Tush. My name is Lightning Slim. I'm joined here by my good friend.
Hey now, I'm Bobby Narco.
And what are we about to see here, Bobby?
We got a great matchup between the Wall Street Traitors and the Helsinki Queen Bees, some B-team action. I understand right now this is not quite a broadcast. This is for archival purposes. But enjoy those archival purposes. Out on the jammer line right now for Helsinki, number 286, is Ninja. And that's Definity and Beyond on the line for the Gotham Girls Roller Derby Wall Street Traitors. Traitors are in green, Queen Bees are in white.
We'll be getting to the full rosters in the fullness of time, but we are about to kick off the action here on the track here in beautiful Montreal.
Boy, it's a lovely to be back in the Arena Saint-Louis.
It certainly is, Bobby. And lovely to be watching high caliber roller derby. Here we go. Into the pack immediately, no lead jammer yet declared as we move into turn number one.
All white at the top of the pack. Brace 2 wall, holding the Gotham jammer back. Anabolic's coming in, playing the wrecking ball.
Shard anchoring there for Helsinki. That tripod rotates around. Now it's Pentinen holding as we're in the top apex.
First penalty of the game. Going to be a multiplayer. Let's see who leaves. That is Lomain, number 499 for the Wall Street Traitors. Direction of play. And now number 666, that's Yana Oyala to the penalty box for the Queen Bees. Lead jam has gone to Gotham.
Definity and Beyond moving beyond the pack, becoming lead now inside on a scoring pass. Upended and hands to hips calls off the jam.
Yeah, hands to hips as she was going down. Pretty good. Let's check those points. 3 points on the board, first blood to the Wall Street Traitors. A little bit of a disadvantage from our vantage point. We can't see the uniform numbers of the jammer, so we're kind of relying on the scoreboard. Once they get popped up there, we'll relay them to you.
Yeah, we're just we're sitting in turn number 2, if you want to look at things from our perspective, and we're at track level.
So Sally Handsome jamming for the Wall Street Traitors, picking up lead, and that's going to be Milis, number 394, jamming for Helsinki.
Milis has broken out of the pack, but Sally Handsome handsomely spinning around to the outside and decides, instead of being recycled, just call that off, pick up what they can, and that's 4.
Good block by Yeminin Lugora, forcing the call off. Yamina Lugora.
Just under 28 minutes remaining in the first period of play. 7-0. The Wall Street Traitors currently playing the Queen Bees.
Is there a 316? I'm trying to peek at the numbers on the armbands. It's a 36. The jammer is Antila for Helsinki. And picking up lead. That's 3 in a row. Switchcraft, number 110.
Antila approaching the pack. The pack still in the starting area. Antila tries to run up the inside line, then goes inside to outside, back in again, and pushed into the interior.
We got a track cut.
That is Switchcraft receiving all that attention.
First 2-minute jam of the game, and our first jammer penalty of the game is a track cut on Switchcraft. Yeah, both of these teams wearing green and white. It's easy to get confused early on.
Nope, I don't want to make excuses. That was all me. Antila now on a power jam. Of that, I am sure.
Forearm.
Antila recycled to the back. We're in the starting area again. 1 minute remaining in the jam. Switchcraft has returned from the Restaurant Gus penalty box. Switchcraft recycled. Antila shrugs off a hit and comes out with 4 points on the pass. That puts the Queen Bees on the board.
Switchcraft also picking up 4. We got a penalty coming in. Direction of play penalty and a forearm. 2 skaters leaving, both from Helsinki.
Yeah, the pack's starting to deplete. Switchcraft scoring. Everything packed up now in turn 3. Switchcraft in again. And not enough people to stop. Switchcraft comes through with another 4-point pass.
Switchcraft more than doubling the Traitors score. Oh, look at that onside line.
Little apex hop. Referees consulting, making sure that landing worked. It did, and therefore 4 more points on the board for the Traitors.
Not only did the landing work, but a direction of play penalty was assessed. So there are going to be 3 Helsinki blockers. There's an army of 1. It is the pivot, but there's an army of 1 out there for Helsinki right now. Gotham at full strength. 16 points on that last jam. Triples, more than triples, the Wall Street Traitors score.
As you mentioned, Bobby, Yamina Lugora out there flying solo as a blocker for Helsinki as the action begins again.
Jammers look like Fuchs for the Queen Bees, and number 913, Stefinity and Beyond for the Traitors picking up lead. Direction of play penalty coming in, number 613, Yamina Lugora on the direction of play.
Reinforcements beginning to arrive from the penalty area for Helsinki. Shard reappears on the track. We do have a lead for the Wall Street Traitors and a quick call off.
4 points, and then the other jammer was just about to score, so the jam was called off, bringing the score to 27-8. First time that the high score wasn't set in an individual jam.
24 and a half minutes remaining. 27-8 currently the score in favor of the Wall Street Traitors.
Chad, tell us when we can do the rosters. Are we live yet? All right, so still archiving this broadcast. But we do have a stoppage of play. Might as well do
that is a Queen Bees timeout for Helsinki.
Slim, you want to take us through the Queen Bees roster?
Yes, indeed. Starting with number 112, that's Fuchs. Number 20, Predator. 23, Sisse. 286, Ninja. 36, Antila. 394, Milis. 42, Nuki. 441, Shard. Number 46, Pentinen. Number 51, Alu. Number 507, Boss. 613, Yemeni Lugora. 666, Yona Oyala. 747, Yunola. And number 97, Yafa. That is the Queen Bees of Helsinki.
And number 747, Yunola, we know that you're injured and watching at home. We send you much love along with your teammates. Your teammates are all wearing eagle tattoos. We're going to say that again when we go live so that you can actually hear it.
Shout out to Yunola.
Yeah. And we'll take you through the Wall Street Traitors roster at the next stoppage of play, but it looks like we are about ready to go.
24:36, where the clock was frozen. It will begin again in just 5 seconds.
Here we go.
Sally Handsome jamming against Ninja.
So, second appearance on the jammer line for both. Somebody picked up a forearm. That's White 46, Pentinen on the forearm penalty. Now Anabolic's called to the penalty box for a back block.
Sally Handsome, however, coming out with that lead designation. Ninja has cleared the pack also. Ninja giving chase to Sally Handsome as the pack picks up speed, moving through turn 3, now the bottom apex.
So through 5 jams, it looks like Wall Street Traitors have a 3-jammer rotation and Helsinki's going to be working 4. We'll see if that holds true.
Sally Handsome calls off the jam. We'll see what that shakes out on the scoreboard. I believe that's 4 more on the board.
Brings the score to 31-8, 23 minutes and change left to play in the first period. Thanks to our host, Montreal Roller Derby. Fantastic tournament going on here.
And this is but the first of many games that we'll be seeing this weekend.
I guess, first lead gem of the game for Helsinki.
That is Milis. Yes, there was a game last night, of course.
But the tournament in earnest starts today. I'm calling this game number 1.
Milis fighting against the back of the pack. Everything at a bit of a standstill here in the top apex.
Green 5 forearm, that's Lady Fingers to the penalty box, so a slight pack advantage now for Helsinki. Coupled with the lead, that should get them some points.
We are getting a really good view of some of the physical play happening inside the pack with bodies pushing to and fro. Direction of gameplay penalty there going to Lugora.
Forearm penalty coming in now on Helsinki as well. That's number 23, Sisse. Spin move to complete the initial pass for Switchcraft.
Millis has been battling on this first scoring pass for almost a minute now.
Yeah, Low Maim, Anabolics, and Tiny Apocalypse, the captain, really putting the works there. Tiny Apocalypse finally getting called off. I didn't see the call, did you?
No, I was looking at the scoring as both jammers now coming out of the pack. A pair of 4s. Now approaching again. We're in turn 3. An attempted apex jump by Switchcraft.
Yeah,
sent back.
Yaffa did a great job foiling that apex leap. Track cut called on the jam. So this is a 2-minute jam.
Yeah, just about 15 seconds remaining in this jam, so it'll be a power start for the Wall Street Traitors when we begin things again, although another track cut.
Yeah, directional play on Ladyfingers and a track cut on the Wall Street Traitors jammer.
Okay. Further scoring, yet to be put up on the board.
7 points for the Queen Bees, nearly doubles their score, brings them up to 15. 8 more points for the Traitors, puts them at 39.
21 minutes remaining in the first period. And because we had that reversal of jammer penalties, the Queen Bees will have a power start, but it will only last a few seconds.
13-5 is your ratio, and we have an official timeout being called.
Clock frozen at 20:54. La Classique Georgia W. Tush is a WFTDA recognized tournament. The next one in rotation will be the Hometown Throwdown on June 21st to 23rd in Portland, Oregon, hosted by Rose City.
And that same weekend, there's going to be the East Coast Derby extravaganza in Feasterville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
So much Derby to be watched.
Are you going to be at either of those?
I will not, but I will be happily watching at home whenever I can.
There you go. Well, so it's just track maintenance that the official timeout is. Thank you to Rev Riot for skating over, letting us know. It looks like Rev Riot might be our alternate. That's going to help us out tremendously. I'm going to take you through the Wall Street Traitors roster while we have this track maintenance timeout. Number 00 is Anabolics. Number 08 is Aaron Watershow. Number 09, Kill Valentine. Number 110 is Switchcraft. Number 137, Big Banger. Number 21 is Bellatrix. Number 409, Muffin Topless. Number 42, Hieronymus Boss. Number 49 is Nightmare. Number 499, Low Maim. Number 5, Lady Fingers. Number 72, Girl Friday. Number 913, Staffinity and Beyond. Number 99 is Sally Handsome. And the captain wearing number 44 is Tiny Apocalypse. Coaches for the Traitors are Violet Knockout and Ready Amy Fire. And coaches for Helsinki are Satu, Alex, and Taru. All right, got that taken care of.
Yes, and the track maintenance is complete. We're back to it with Antila and Switchcraft.
Yeah, Switchcraft starting from the penalty box, and Antila starting on the jammer line.
Switchcraft has returned from the Restaurant Gus penalty box.
And somebody immediately goes in. 41, is there a 41? 441, Shard.
Switchcraft recycled. We've only crawled up to turn number 1.
Pack's really condensing heading into turn number 2. Now a little separation.
With patience, Switchcraft was able to gain that lead designation out there for the Wall Street Traitors.
First star pass of the game. That goes to Oyala. Number 666.
Antila now acting as a blocker, gets flattened by Switchcraft as Switchcraft comes into the pack hot. Now finds space on the outside to come through on a scoring pass.
Someone called off on a direction of play. There it is, number 09. That's Kill Valentine for the Traitors. Their pivot.
Oyala, now the new bearer of the star for the Queen Bees, has escaped the pack. Switchcraft in on a scoring pass in turn number 3.
Ooh,
calls the
points.
jam.
Oh, I thought some sneaky points might have been picked up by Ayala there, but no. Traitors have put points on the board in every frame. It is now 44-15. Oh, 45-15. Extra point just thrown in there at the end.
19 minutes remaining in the first period. A 7-0 jam has put the Wall Street Traitors at a score of 45, 30 ahead of the Queen Bee, sitting at a score of 15.
A true 3-to-1 ratio. Out there on the jammer lane, it looks like Fox, number 112, going up against Staffinity and Beyond, number 913.
One last hit at the exit of the pack puts Fox at the back of the pack.
Yeah, but lead has been awarded. Fox is the lead jammer. We got a misconduct coming in on Helsinki. I'm not sure if this is 2 penalties or if the misconduct is the penalty.
That's Sisse heading to the box. Fox has gained lead, but Staffinity and Beyond inside the pack, battling the pack, moving as a unit through turn 4. Fox upended. Kill Valentine is bedeviling the jammer of the Queen Bees, although Fox does manage to escape.
Let's see if Helsinki can hang the Traitors with their first 0.
And a call-off here by Helsinki.
Penalty coming in at the end. The referees are going to talk about it. I didn't see who's reporting. Number White 2-0, but I didn't see the call.
Just under 18 minutes left to play. No change to score,
Yeah, no,
except, yes,
yeah,
we're just waiting for that to come in. A single picked up by the Wall Street Traitors.
Helsinki will have more than that. Helsinki did a full scoring pass. We're getting an official timeout? Yes. Well, we short away the squares and the scores and the penalties. Already our third stoppage of play. Scoreboard showing 17 minutes and 30. Oh, this clock is run 37 seconds.
This timeout, official initiated. And that was about the 2 points
There we go.
that were due Helsinki. And so a 2-1 jam in favor of the Queen Bees, now sitting at 17. Wall Street 46 and 17:37 on the clock before we begin again.
Helsinki has 2 blockers in the box. Wall Street Traitors are at full strength. And now jam number 9 is underway. Looks like Ninja is going to be the jammer, number 286 for Helsinki. And that's 2 leads in a row for Helsinki.
Hieronymus Boss jamming for the Wall Street Traitors, giving chase to Ninja. Ninja giving instructions to the blockers and a fast-moving pack in the back straightaway.
First appearance on the jammer line for Boss. And
Ninja overtaken, does call the jam, and...
Oh, 2 each. I thought for sure the Traitors would finally get shut out, but no such such luck.
Yeah, a steal there.
There we go. Took a while for the scoreboard to register those 2 points for the Queen Bees. 48-19 is your score. We're 16 minutes and 50 seconds away from halftime.
Oh, dancing up the outside line. That's Millis of Helsinki for lead.
That is 3 in a row and 4 of the last 5 leads for Helsinki.
Sally Handsome has cleared the pack for the Wall Street Traitors, but Millis now scoring. Bulls through the pack, comes through with 4.
Now Gotham's got 2 in the penalty box. The next jam is going to start with a pack advantage in Helsinki's favor. And that is the first time that the Traitors get shut out. And it's roughly a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, Wall Street Traitors ahead on the scoreboard, 48-23, but Helsinki's had a bit of momentum.
Oh, yeah.
16 minutes remaining in the first period.
Helsinki on a 15-10 run over the last 4 jams.
Staffinity and Beyond laboring for the Wall Street Traitors. We're still in the starting area. Antila jamming for the Queen Bees.
666 to the penalty box. That's Oyala. And Lomaim comes out of the penalty box. So the pack advantage shifts.
Multiplayer blocking penalty.
That's Big Banga on the multiplayer. High block coming in. That's number 36. Oh, that's the jammer.
Yeah, Antila of Helsinki goes to the box. This is a power jam for Staffinity, who has gained lead. 15 minutes.
First lead for the Traitors since jam number 7.
Shard puts down Staffinity and Beyond. Helsinki trying to lock down the defense here in the top apex.
Now Gotham back to full strength. Now Helsinki back to full strength.
Antila coming in from the Restaurant Gus penalty box. Helmet cover in hand, contemplating a pass perhaps, is Antila.
Or still on the initial pass, so it could be stealth mode. I don't think fooling anybody.
No. I think it's been a while since that one worked. Things now at a standstill in the back straightaway. Even if Antila wanted to pass the star, the Wall Street Traitors doing a very good job.
There's too many bodies in between.
Yeah, achieving separation between jammer and pivot.
There's an abattoir out there right now.
Slipping out of that really tightly wound pack is Staffinity and Beyond with a scoring pass.
Star pass did come in at the very end. It's a 4-4-6. Was that the pivot? So 4 more points on the board brings the Wall Street Traitors to 52. Look, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5, 2, 23. 52, 23.
13 minutes remaining in the first period. It's Fuchs and Switchcraft. Switchcraft jammed between 2 and now 3 Helsinki blockers going to work on Switchcraft. Helsinki's jammer faring a little better, although now a little room on the inside line. And lead for Helsinki.
Helsinki has had 6 of the last 7 leads. 6 of the last 8.
Fuchs is scoring. Bodies falling in turn 4. This was a collision there with Switchcraft, and that will...
Illegal contact on the Wall Street Traitors, jammer.
Yeah, this is a bad turn of events for the Wall Street Traitors as Helsinki continues to score. Pack is slow. It's in turn 1. Motoring through is Fuchs of Helsinki. Comes out with 4 more points, now at an 8-point jam. Helsinki biting into the ratio here.
Oh, a track cut. I thought it was nice, but the ref saw it differently. That is kilt trip.
Oh.
Calling the track cut.
And yeah, the jammer with eyes to the sky. Disbelief. Switchcraft is scoring.
Yeah, snuck out of the penalty box and picked up 4 points right away.
Yeah, undoing some of the damage that was done.
And now having undone all the damage that was done.
We're back at evens on this jam, 8 apiece.
And back to that 2-to-1 ratio.
In the back straightaway, going outside to in, is Switchcraft. There was a brief whistle. Switchcraft thought it might have been, but no, that was for Tua Helsinki blocker. The jam comes to an end.
It was a Sisse. I didn't see the call, but number 23, Sisse, reporting to the penalty box. So it's going to be a power start. Helsinki going to start with Fuchs in the penalty box.
Now, there were points in the back end for Helsinki. That turned out to be a 12-11 jam in favor of the Wall Street Traitors, and 64-34 currently the score. 11 minutes remaining in the first period of play.
12 points, the second highest for the Wall Street Traitors, and 11 points, the highest individual tally for Helsinki. Who's jamming now? That's Hieronymus Boss. Second appearance on the line for Hieronymus Boss.
Yep.
She is 0 for 1 in terms of leads.
Fuchs has returned from the penalty box, so this will be...
Anabolic sent off for an illegal position.
Hieronymus Boss tries the inside, finds that way blocked. Penttinen now anchoring a tripod of blockers. Helsinki gains lead once more.
Yeah, so Fuchs has lead jam in 2 consecutive jams.
I mean, if there's a silver lining to spending the overlap in the box, that would be it.
Get 2 leads. And now both teams back at full strength, and the jam is called off. We'll start the next set of whistles with 5-on-5 roller derby action. Gotham held scoreless once again, keeps them at 64. 4 points on the board for the Queen Bees, brings them up to 38.
We are under the 10-minute mark in this first period of play.
Chad, are we live yet? Okay, so we're still doing archival stuff, but we do want to give some love to Chad and Beth from Nerd Derby Productions. They are going to be handling the video of the broadcast all weekend long.
And they're right now hard at work on technology things.
It's so far above my level of understanding.
Indeed, I'm with you there, Bobby.
Who's jamming?
That is Staffinity and Beyond and Ninja gaining lead.
Boy, all the early leads went to Gotham, but now lately the leads have been going to Helsinki.
Yeah, and it has me thinking that the adjustment period has worked out in Helsinki's favor, that they've worked out Gotham's game here.
And it's pretty much all since they called that timeout right after jam number 4. You look, all the lead jams, 5 lead jams in a row to start the game, and then the leads switch in the second half of the game. Gotham did lose a skater to the penalty box. That's their captain, number 44, Tiny Apocalypse. They'll be down 1 blocker. 2 points were picked up by the Traitors, unanswered, makes the score 66-38. And we are heading into jam number 15.
Can an apocalypse be tiny? If it's just everything coming to an end, it's just a little bit of everything? I don't know. It's a good name, regardless.
Yeah, look at her. She's tiny. And it's the end for you. Who's that jammer? That's Millis, number 394.
Yes, jamming against Switchcraft. And Switchcraft has the lead.
First lead for the Traitors since jam number 11. Breaking a streak of 3 in a row.
Switchcraft on a scoring pass. A rotating trio of blockers trying to move things, but offense by Gotham opens things up, and we're now through to turn 2. Millis has cleared the pack. Switchcraft will have to keep an eye on Millis, and yes, obeys the bench and calls it off.
I can't imagine how they hear so well.
It's certainly a noisy affair in here with a crowd and whistles.
Right. All right, 70-38, heading into jam number 16.
Just about 7 minutes remaining in the first period. 5-second warning is given.
We've had 10 minutes of uninterrupted play. Last stoppage of play was at 17 minutes and 37 seconds.
Sally Handsome jamming against Antila. The Traitors keep reassembling the wall in front of Antila, and now struck on the hip is Antila to the interior. There is now a penalty coming to Helsinki. That's Cisse going to the box.
Yeah, Cisse's on a forearm. The pivot's also on a forearm. Helsinki pivot Lugora, number 613.
Sally Handsome with the lead now, approaching a pack in the top apex. Makes short work of it. Sally Handsome coming through to score 4.
So the first time the Traitors have had consecutive leads since jams 4 and 5.
Yeah, and just as I was opening my big old mouth to say that Helsinki had the Wall Street Traitors all figured out, we have a resurgence here. Sally Handsome scoring once more.
Now back to that 2-1 margin. Slightly more. Direction of play penalty sends a Predator to the penalty box for Queen Bees.
Yeah, multiple penalty woes for Helsinki in this jam. As the whistles blow, jam comes to a close.
Dozen points for the Traitors.
Yeah, resurgence and reestablish.
There's lead for Helsinki.
Yes. Fuchs has been quite successful individually thus far for the Helsinki squad in gaining that lead. Now approaching the pack. In the bottom apex, slipped up on the inside line and calls it.
Now that you pointed out, Slim, looking at my score sheet, Fuchs is 4 for 5 in terms of getting lead jammer.
Very good. And just a couple of points put up there for the Wall Street Traitors. So 84-38, currently the score, 4.5 minutes in the first period.
Queen Bees have been sitting on 38 points. It might be medical. They're talking with the medical staff, so they might be subbing out.
Okay.
Well, I have no idea, but we're on the broadcast, so we can speculate. Meanwhile, take us out to the track.
Sally Handsome has gained lead for the Wall Street Traitors. Millis is working for the Queen Bees, but is being recycled. The pack still in the starting phase, or in the starting area, I should say. But Sally Hansen already circumnavigated once and now in the pack scoring.
Another misconduct. That's a 1-3-7 big banger. 4-point pass for Sally Hansen.
Millis now hat in hand and surrounded by blockers from Gotham. Pushing to the front, stretching the pack to its limits. Millis does manage to escape.
Big hit by number 97, Yaffa, and the jam is called off. I thought Yaffa might have drawn the track cut there.
Yes, Sally Hansen curious there and just deciding maybe I should just call this off. Right this moment.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 jams in a row. The Queen Bees have not put any points on the board. If you are rooting for Helsinki, send them some psychic love right now.
Hang on to your good luck charms. Yeah, we're under 2 minutes here in the first period, but as they say, those mathematicians, there's a whole nother half.
Haven't had a stoppage of play in a long time. Who's out there on the jamming line?
That's Antila and Stefinity and Beyond. Stefinity working at the front of the pack. Antila has been recycled once. No lead jammer yet declared. There it is. Stefinity has lead.
3 in a row and 5 of the last 6 for the Wall Street Traitors. Good communication between the outside pack ref and the jam ref, making sure that initial pass was clean.
A neat little apex step over there by Stefinity to pick up 4 points.
Got a star pass for Helsinki. Too many refs in the way. I can't see the number. It ends in a 13. That's got to be 6-13.
Yeah, it's Lugora, who has been wearing the stripe quite often for Helsinki, has received the star. Maybe not happy to have received the star as the blocking began immediately.
Helsinki has passed the star to 3 different skaters. It went to Oyala in jam number 7. It went to Pentinen in jam number 11. And now here in jam number 20, it has gone to Lugora.
And we're getting a bit of a defensive breakdown here from Helsinki as Stefinity and Beyond is skating laps, currently sitting on 12 points and still 40 seconds left to go.
So if this is all 4 points, it'll tie the highest individual jam of the game. And it is, and it does.
Yeah, a 16-0 Stefinity working on here. 30 seconds remaining in the jam. Lugora still laboring in turn number 1. Has not been able to progress any farther than that. And Helsinki switching to all defense, but cannot hold Stefinity Beyond for very long.
I think we're at a true 3-1 margin if my math does not fail me. A 3-1 ratio, I should say.
7 seconds. Stefinity Beyond with an opportunity to do a 24-point jam. We'll see if she can get out of the pack with all points intact. The jam called off, and there it is.
24 points, 24 points, 6 scoring passes.
And a real blow to the fortunes of Helsinki as we go into the intermission.
Wow, what a way to head into halftime.
We're going to take a break for intermission. Back soon, folks.
All right, welcome back. Second half is about 2.5 minutes away from game number 1 on Friday at La Classique, Georgia W. Tush 2019. I'm Bobby Narco.
Hello, I am Lightning Slim. Glad you could join us.
Slim, I understand you got some penalty information from the first half for us.
Not a heavily penalized game. The Wall Street Traitors of Gotham girls roller derby, 19 penalties in the first half. The Queen Bees of Helsinki roller derby, 20 penalties. Evenly distributed on the Gotham side, no one in any real danger. Over on the Helsinki side, there are a couple of skaters with 3s. The major issue would be number 23, Sissy, who's sitting on 5.
All right. And then in terms of jammer percentages, these are unofficial. I'm going off the stats that I kept myself. But Switchcraft was lead jammer 4 out of 6 times for the Wall Street Traitors, ended up with 49 points. Hieronymus Boss was 0 for 2 for the Wall Street Traitors, ended up with 2 points. Staffinity and Beyond was 4 for 7 on the jammer line, ended up with 40 points. Sally Hansen was 4 for 5 on the jammer line, ended up with 28 points. So Gotham really working a 3-jammer rotation with a couple of relief jams by Hieronymus Boss, but really relying on Switchcraft, Staffinity and Beyond, and Sally Hansen. Over on the Helsinki side of the scoreboard, 4 jammers, and they've been really fairly strict in rotation. Number 112, Fuchs, is 4 for 5 on the jammer line, has 17 points. Number 286, Ninja, is 2 for 5 on the jammer line with 2 points. Antila has yet to get lead jam in 5 attempts, sitting on 8 points. And Millis is 2 for 5 on the jammer line with 11 points. In terms of statistics, Wall Street Traitors have had lead 12 times. The Helsinki Queen Bees have had lead 8 times. Both teams have sent their jammer to the penalty box 3 times. Wall Street Traitors had 2 track cuts and an illegal contact. Helsinki had 2 track cuts and a high block. Helsinki passed the star 3 times, always to a different skater. Wall Street Traitors have yet to pass the star. Every jam had at least one team scoring. There was no jam that was completely scoreless. Every jam had a lead jammer at some point, although sometimes the lead was lost. And that was when we had those 2-minute jams in jams 3 and 6.
I would like to give some extreme props to you, my friend. Bobby Narco just provided all the statistics you heard using his mind and a pen while I sat here like a lump.
There was paper involved. Well, you got the penalties. It's a team. It's a team.
Hats off to you, buddy.
All right. Thank you, sir. Second half just getting ready to get started now. We've got our stats done in a perfect amount of time.
Sometimes we know what we're doing. Okay, setting up the skaters on the track. Just a few seconds away from the second and concluding half of this game between the Wall Street Traitors and the Queen Bees of Helsinki. Score 118-38 currently in favor of Gotham. 5-second warning, and here we go.
Staffinity on Beyond donning the spangled helmet cover for the Traitors, and Ninja wearing the spangled helmet cover for the Queen Bees. Multiplayer block. Penalty. We had started penalty free, but now we got somebody reporting to the box. It's the Helsinki pivot. Both pivots, both on multiplayers.
It's stripes in the box. Ninja came out ahead, but somehow Staffinity and Beyond put on a burst of speed and gained that lead designation in front of Ninja.
And then Ninja got reabsorbed. Taken all the way back to the start of the backstretch.
Staffinity scoring, has 4, looking for more. The pack is at a standstill in the starting area and no resistance. Staffinity found the outside line and just cruised on through.
New jammer for Helsinki is number 46.
That's Pentinen. Yeah, Pentinen went to the box early in the jam, but did come back in time to receive that star to no avail as the Wall Street Traitors able to put up an 11-0 jam.
2 4s and a 3. No pass, no penalty indicated on that last set of passes. Brings the Traitors up to 129, and the Queen Bees on 38.
Queen Bees of Helsinki have 28.5 minutes to turn this ship around.
Queen Bees have been sitting on 38 points since jam number 13 of the first period. Sally Hansen out on the line. That is number 99 for the Wall Street Traitors. And Millis on the line for the Queen Bees.
Millis does gain lead. And a penalty to Sally Hansen. Power jam, Helsinki.
I think that's a cut, right? Kilt trip shingling, yeah.
Yes, cut. That is, yeah. cutting the track, the penalty to Sally Handsome. Millis on a power jam, the pack picking up speed, now in the bottom apex. Millis eligible to score, inside but recycled.
Direction of play penalty coming in, and that is 0-8, Aaron Watershow. Aaron Watershow's name comes from the Chicago Air and Water Show.
I did not know that. I'm learning things. Millis now on a scoring pass, comes out with 4.
Big banger to the penalty box on a track cut, so now 2 Gotham blockers on the box, and that is not what you need when the other team has a power jam.
Helsinki has a bit of a hill to climb here, but Millis doing work. Coming out of the pack, 4 more points in the pocket.
Yeah, first points on the board for Helsinki since jam number, 14, 13?
Sally Handsome took off the star, stealth through the pack, and now back into it. Millis scores, continues.
Going to let Sally Handsome put some points on the board to get some points of her own.
Right. Helsinki probably wisely opting to run this long.
Yep, see the coach over there by the bench waving the hand around there. Keep it going.
And Millis gets a little bogged down in the back straightaway. Was given the instruction to continue running, but maybe ran out of gas and called off the jam.
Understandable.
Yeah, Millis now holding the sternum, returning to the bench and saying, sorry, coach.
13 points, the highest tally of the game for the Queen Bees, eclipsing the 11 points that were put on the board by Fuchs in jam number 12, and increasing the Queen Bee score by a third.
Yeah, a little bite out of the ratio. 26 minutes remain. Switchcraft and Antila, jammers of the right now.
And it seems like we're live. So we're going to call this jam, and then we'll take you in for the live stream. But
yeah, if you're just joining us, Wall Street Traitors of Gotham versus Helsinki's Queen Bees. 25 minutes remain, and lead Switchcraft for the Traitors. 4 points on the board, calls off the jam.
Classic hit it and quit it. So this is La Classique, Georgia W. Tush 2019. You are watching on Twitch TV, brought to you by Nerd Derby Productions. Thank you to Chad and Beth. I am Bobby Narco. I'm joined by Lightning Slim.
Yeah, thank you for joining us in progress. We've been negotiating our way around some technical issues, but there are lots of ways to watch Derby. We're going to get this out to you some way, somehow. Fuchs jamming for the Queen Bees against Staffinity and Beyond. Wall Street Traitors in green. Helsinki in the white.
Wall Street Traitors, the B team of Gotham Girls Roller Derby, and Queen Bees, the B team of Helsinki Roller Derby. Oh,
Predator.
Big hit by Predator.
A massive hit on Staffinity by Predator, and that allows Fuchs to gain that lead designation. Staffinity put down again by Lugora.
Forearm penalty called on number 21, that's Bellatrix.
Helsinki once again trying to snatch that momentum back away from Gotham. Staffinity is chasing Fuchs. They enter the pack together in the starting area. Helsinki will want to go long.
Nice block there by number 97, Yaffa. Boom, Jenga on the backstretch.
8 on the board for Helsinki. Staffinity may have points in the pocket, but is currently being held at the back. Bellatrix returns from the Restaurant Gus penalty box to clear up and do a bit of offense for Staffinity, but Staffinity swallowed up again by Lugora.
One more point will set the high score for Helsinki.
Fuchs,
and there it is.
Fuchs is skating on, has 12. A very important jam for Helsinki right now. 23.5 minutes remaining in the game. Things are now jammed up in turn 3. Moving into the bottom apex is Fuchs of Helsinki, coming out with more points. Puffing out the cheeks.
Yeah, only a couple more seconds. This is a 2-minute jam, even though it was never called off. Track cut coming in at the very end. Is that on the jammer? It is not. Official review being called by the Wall Street Traitors.
And so that turned out to be a 16-3 jam for Helsinki.
16, the highest jam of the game for Helsinki. And again, increasing their score by a third, bringing them up from 51 to 67.
Violet knockout in the center, initiating this review for the Wall Street Traitors of Gotham.
Clock showing 22 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in regulation.
We will get you details as they become available.
We do have an alt ref. We started the game without one, but now we have Rev Riot out there, so that's going to help things out in terms of parsing out what the official review is. First stoppage of play of this period. We had 3 stoppages of play in the first period, but they were all within the first, 14 minutes. Second half of the game went flying by.
We are broadcasting from the Arena St. Louis in beautiful Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And this is the 2019 Classique Georgia W. Tush. Georgia W. Tush, of course, legendary Montreal skater. Bobby, do we have any details about that review?
Yeah, the Traitors were looking for a cut track call, but on further review, the no cut call stands, so the Traitors will lose their official review.
22:59 where the clock is frozen. That will move 5 seconds from now. Away we go. Ninja and Sally Handsome jammers the moment. Ninja with a nice move to the inside. Quickly gains lead.
And penalty coming in. It's a multiplayer. I don't see anybody leaving yet. There it is, number 72, Girl Friday for the Wall Street Traitors on the multiplayer. Now 2 skaters in the penalty box. 1 from each team.
A quick 4 points in the bag for Ninja.
So we're back to that 2-to-1 ratio.
Ninja tried to ninja her way through the pack, but was spotted by the defenders of Gotham and shut down. Multiplayer blocking penalty coming here again.
Yeah, that's anabolics on the multiplayer. Jammer swapping 4s.
Boss for Helsinki also taking a seat in the Restaurant Gus penalty box. Ninja approaching the pack in turn number 3, eligible to score. Pushing. Getting some support there by Oyala. Pack is stretched out wide across the apex, then snaps back into position in turn 4.
Illegal position called on number 666 Oyala.
Sally Handsome skates on, has now matched Ninja, 8 points apiece.
Nice hit by number 46. That's Penttinen.
21 minutes remain, just about 20 seconds in the jam.
Both jammers now with a dozen. 11 seconds left in the jam.
Yeah, Sally Handsome not lead jammer, but jammer in the lead as she has completed another pass in front of Ninja.
Sweet move by Ninja going backwards on that home stretch, picking up 4 more points, 16 apiece. That, I believe, is the highest jam combined of the game. Certainly the highest, ties the high mark for the Queen Bees just sent in the last jam. Brings them up to 83.
Just under 21 minutes remaining in the contest.
All right, penalty box is empty, so we will have 80 wheels ablazing. We have an official timeout.
Not blazing yet.
We will.
80 wheels is standing for
Right.
the moment.
When that rocker boy used to say that, 80 wheels and blazing. All right, here we go. Switchcraft on the line for the Traitors. Millis on the line for the Queen Bees.
Millis dancing to the front. Spins around, absorbs, hits.
That is 3 leads in a row and 4 of the last 5 for the Queen Bees. Illegal position. Helsinki losing a blocker. Number 23, Sisse.
Sisse in a bit of penalty trouble. That could be problematic.
Was Sisse the one that had
Helsinki.
5?
Yes.
That's
indeed.
6 now. Unless I missed one.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
4 points on the board for Switchcraft. Millis has the lead, but it's currently being outscored and recycled.
Heard another whistle. It's a direction. That's Lady Fingers to the penalty box for the Traitors on the direction of play. Jam is called off. Let's get those tallies.
A 3.
4-3. Traitors get 4, bringing them up to 160. And 3 for the Queen Bees, bringing them up to 86. I imagine the white team is going to be stopping play somehow. Sisse might have fouled out. That might be what's going on. I think Sisse is being escorted off. And somebody else is in the penalty box. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we have had a foul out. It's number 23, Sisse of Helsinki.
A forearm called all right away. The jam is underway.
Stefinity and Antila, jammers of the moment. Stefinity, one to beat at the front of the pack. It's Penttinen. The pack is stretched and an out of play. Stefinity has lead for the Traitors. And a smooth scoring pass. Lots of room to work with.
New jammer for the Queen Bees is number 46, Penttinen. Second time the star has been passed to Penttinen. And it's always come, at least in this half, on Stefinity's jams.
Stefinity has completed 2 scoring passes. Penttinen has received the star, but is unable to make any headway through the pack. In the back straightaway, Stefinity making a 3rd scoring pass, but is tied up in turn 3. Breaks free, comes out with another 4.
Penttinen also got the star passed to her in the first half, and it was also on one of Stefinity's jams. So all 3 times that Penttinen has been past the star, Stefinity has been the opposing jammer. Fun little fact.
About 40 seconds remaining in the jam. Stefinity now, progress slowed here. Oyala managing to get a nice long quarter track recycle on Stefinity. Everything's packed up here, almost backing up into turn 2.
Wall Street Traitors wanted me to send some love to photographer David Dite. He is standing over here in turn number 2, if you see him on your screen. Much love to David Dite and to all the Derby photographers who always make us look so good. We are glad you are out there. 15 points on the board for the Traitors, brings them up to 175. That's a percentage of their score. That is a 7th of their score.
Yeah, Helsinki keeps making these surges, but the Wall Street Traitors able to reestablish these leads.
Yeah, Jams 4 and 5, back-to-back 16 points for Helsinki. Bumped their score considerably, but they need to put points on now. What's the stoppage of play? Team timeout for the Queen Bees.
Yeah, Helsinki timeout. Clock frozen at 17:11.
This is about the time when they took the timeout in the first half that really kind of turned things around for them, at least briefly. Between jams, let's say 5 and 13, they put on a bunch of, they picked up the bulk of their 8 lead jams of the first half. So maybe they'll have the same luck this half.
Yeah, the calming talk on the bench. They may just need a little time to rejig the lines after a foul out, too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back to it.
Penalty box is empty.
Okay, everybody's out there.
Looks like a relief jam by Hieronymus Boss, if I'm not mistaken. There she is, Hieronymus Boss, number 42 for the Wall Street Traitors. Had 2 jams in the first period. Did not get lead. Did get 2 points.
Yeah, Hieronymus Boss. But it is Fuchs of Helsinki.
She was 4 for 5 in the first half. She's 2 for 2 now. That's 6 for 7 in terms of lead jams.
Hieronymus Boss surrounded by Helsinki blockers. Fuchs in, but now gaining a back-blocking penalty in turn 2. Power jam for Hieronymus Boss of the Wall Street Traitors.
And our first 2-minute jam of the half, our 3rd of the game.
high blocking penalty there. Yamina Lugora will go to the Restaurant Gus penalty box. 4 points on the board for Hieronymus Boss. Four more points now. Hieronymus Boss now heading into double-digit territory, approaching the pack once more to score. 16 minutes remain. Hieronymus Boss inside the pack, scoring, push to the interior. Fuchs has returned from the penalty area. Hieronymus Boss is being shut down by Helsinki here. The pack no longer a Garden of Earthly Delights for her.
Yeah, both jammers really facing strong walls. And the walls are relentless. You know, you think you get by one skater and then the other two swarm back around you.
Lagora bridges.
There's some points on the board for the Queen Bees.
This jam is over, however.
Yeah, 2 minutes ends the jam. 11 more points on the board for the Traitors brings them up to 186. 4 on the board for the Queen Bees puts them at 90.
Both of these teams moving the scoreboard in the right direction, but the Wall Street Traitors able to establish that lead, and then they've been defending it and just keeping it out of the reach of the Queen Bees of Helsinki. Just under 15 minutes remain.
Starting again with a clean penalty box.
Switchcraft cleanly gaining lead. The pack still in the starting area.
It's Ninja on the line for the Queen Bees.
Yeah, Ninja being pushed to the exterior in the top apex, while Switchcraft now on a scoring pass.
Wow, finding that inside line, getting through for 4 points. Cover off. Star pass once again to Penttinen.
Penttinen receives the star for the Queen Bees now. Jammer of the moment, but Switchcraft has taken what she wants, calls off the jam.
1 more point. 4 plus 1, total of 5, brings the Traitors up to 191. Queen Bee sitting on 90. Penalty box empty once again. We're starting a lot of jams with 5-on-5.
It doesn't stay that way for long, though, Bobby. Although we've seen pretty even penalty distribution, just 1 foul out thus far. Sally Handsome jamming against Millis. Sally Handsome gains lead. Millis tries to hand over the star, but is knocked down.
Jaffa got called on a forearm somewhere in there. So slight pack advantage to the Traitors.
We're in the back straight away. Sally Handsome has already completed a scoring pass.
Low Mame just puts that shoulder into the solar plexus of Millis. Says, not getting through here.
Millis is faking the star pass to Lagora, but knocked down. Yeah, Millis and Lagora are spending time side by side, and they continually fake the star pass.
2-minute jam, forearm penalty called on Sally Handsome, so lead is lost. Our second 2-minute jam of the period.
Millis surrounded and swarmed by blockers. Lagora now playing offense for Millis. Continually reabsorbed into the pack. I mean, we're making laps of the track here, Bobby, but these skaters are starting to look a little fatigued.
Track cut picked up by Aaron Watershow, so now 2 Traitors in the penalty box. Oh, but the jammer comes back out. Now only 1 Traitor in the penalty box.
Sally Handsome eyes up the pack, approaching. Millis does hand over the star to Lagora. Lagora does manage to make a clean break out of there.
4th star pass of the period. Past the start of Lagora at the last jam of the first half also. So second time Lagora's got the star. Direction of play penalty called on the Gotham blocker that's reporting to the penalty box. That's the captain, Tiny Apocalypse. Now an illegal contact coming in. Oh, and it's on the Gotham Jammer. 2 penalties on the same jam.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, and Sally Hansen will end this jam seated in the Restaurant Gus penalty box. This will be a power start for Helsinki. Helsinki using their last timeout. They do have their official review remaining, however. $11:15 when the clock is frozen. Wall Street Traitors of Gotham, 199. Queen Bees of Helsinki, 96.
103-point lead.
Queen Bees want to likely will break into triple-digit territory.
This is one of the WFTDA recognized tournaments. I know we were talking about this earlier, but when we were talking about it, I don't think we were live yet. So.
That's true. Coming up next weekend, we have a couple of great events, starting with the Hometown Throwdown. That's June 21st to 23rd in Portland, Oregon, hosted by the Rose City Rollers.
Always a great event out there. And then we got the East Coast Derby extravaganza also next weekend, going to be in Feasterville, Pennsylvania. 3 tracks and a swimming pool.
Yes, hosted by Philly Roller Derby, as they have for many years now.
Yeah, it's their, let's see, what was the first was 2007, so is it the 13th? All right, Sally Hansen donning the star, starting in the penalty box. And who's that picking up lead? Penttinen. Oh, no, excuse me, Fuchs.
That's Fuchs of, and upended. That will result in a penalty.
Direction of play is on the Gotham skater, 72 Girl Friday. I thought it was initially on the jammer there as well.
Yeah, no, but Fuchs was just recycling. 4 points on the board for Helsinki.
And they're in the double digits now.
Sally Hansen was
triple
returned.
digits.
Yeah, Sally Hansen was returned from the penalty box, star in hand. Thinking about the handoff there to Big Banger. But it's all a lie.
Yeah, stealth mode. Initial pass completed. Coach saying skate on. That is Satu. Coach for Helsinki. Making circles in the sky.
Both jammers now in the thick of things inside the pack. Sally Hansen absorbing some hits in the back straightaway. Reabsorbed. Pack stretching to its limit in the back straightaway, and out the front comes Sally Hansen. Fuchs held ably there by the defenders of Gotham.
99-point game now. Forearm penalty coming in. Who's leaving? That is number 441, Shard, the captain. Direction of play penalty coming in now. That's number 46, Penttinen.
Fuchs eyes the scoreboard, looks at the bench, but the jam is over, and I believe a net plus, yes, for the Queen Bees, 12-7 in favor of Helsinki. 9 minutes remain.
108 to 206, 10 points shy of a true 2-to-1 ratio. And a distinct pack advantage for the Wall Street Traitors with the pivot and a blocker in the penalty box for Helsinki, and we got an official timeout.
These jammers have had to work very hard in this contest. There's been some quite vigorous defense from both teams. Fuchs just skated by our table, and the look on the face of the jammer, it was like, that was hard.
Queen Bees have been doing a good job distributing their jams. They've been pretty tight on that 4-jammer rotation. In the first half, at least, each of their 4 jammers had 5 jams. And it appears to be more of the same here in the second half.
Looks like we're getting a bit of track maintenance during this official timeout. 8:48 where the clock is frozen.
The WFTDA Recognized Tournaments program recognizes and supports high-quality WFTDA member-hosted tournaments worldwide. There are a lot of them, and you can find the complete list at WFTDA.com/events.
Switchcraft and Antilla are the jammers. Switchcraft with a bit of hopping.
No, it's a track cut.
Yeah, originally awarded lead and then a referee correction. Yeah, there was a track cut. Switchcraft will take a seat in the penalty box. Antilla on the power jam for Helsinki.
Lead is open. Did the star get taken off? Yes. This will be our first jam with no lead jammer. Unless lead was awarded and then the track cut was called, but I think the track cut was waived off as, I believe, forearm penalty on white 613, Lugora.
Yeah, Antilla believed, as did we all, that Switchcraft was lead and took off the star.
So no lead jammer, first 2-minute jam. Third 2-minute jam. First 2-minute jam because of no lead jammer.
Switchcraft has returned from the restaurant. Gus penalty box does make quick work of that initial. Antilla battling inside. Oh, Switchcraft really hot coming through in turn number 1. Falls, is recycled back into the starting area.
Direction of play penalty coming in. Who's leaving? They left right in front of us. I think it's a green jersey.
It is a Gotham skater, yes. Now things are packed up in the starting area. Switchcraft trying some lateral movement, tries to go to the inside, but now both jammers are being squeezed. Antilla pushed to the interior, has to reset. And Antilla finally finding some room around the outside, comes out. That was a scoring pass, comes out with 4, now at 8.
And 2 minutes does it, but 8 each. Makes the score 214 to 116 with 6 minutes and change left to play. All right, back to an empty penalty box.
Yeah, that did manage to clear out just in the dying seconds of that jam. So both teams at full strength and a stoppage in play.
Official timeout. So the last 3 jams have ended with a stoppage of play. Looks like we are ready to go. Not quite sure what the stoppage was. No adjustment to the scoreboard.
Yeah, no. Didn't take long to sort out whatever it was.
And no change to the penalty box. Penalty box is still empty.
Stephinity and Beyond and Ninja will be our jammers. Stephinity, who has been very successful during this game, gains lead. Ninja has also broken the pack. Stephinity and Beyond eligible to score in the top apex. Bodies are moving around. And a quick end to things.
Our first scoreless jam of the game. First jam where neither team has scored.
And that will leave us remaining 214 to 116 in favor of the Wall Street Traitors. 5.5 minutes in the contest.
Took about 45 seconds off the clock. Here we go. Oh, look at that. First lead of the game for Hieronymus Boss.
Yeah, Hieronymus Boss has been acting in a relief capacity, has not seen much luck, but rockets into that lead position this time out. Millis is jamming for Helsinki, but Hieronymus Bosch already eligible to score and inside the pack.
Already scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, like to give some love to Chad and Beth from Nerd Derby Productions.
Yes.
You are watching on twitch.tv. Twitch TV. No, you're not. You're not. We're on Facebook now.
We're on Facebook now. We've had to move some things around.
All right.
Thank you, Chad, our
yep.
intrepid stream master.
I sit corrected. Multiplayer block coming in on FOMO.
Let's put it this way. If you are watching this, you know what you're watching us on.
That's funny. The uniform number says FOMO. My score sheet says Boss.
Speaking of bosses, Hieronymus boss, scoring 4. Now at 8.
Ooh, triple deuces. 3 deuces, 2 aces, and a 6 on the scoreboard. That's a good poker hand. Forearm penalty coming in. Who's leaving on the forearm?
Helsinki skater.
Number 20.
Predator. Millis. Every time Millis spots a patch of daylight, things get very difficult.
Misconduct. Illegal contact and a misconduct. Full minute penalty on the jammer.
Yeah, that was contact with a down skater. And so Millis will sit. Hieronymus boss with a further opportunity to score here. Takes it, finds room on the inside.
That's 16 points. Only a couple seconds left.
Well, that's what you want from a relief jammer.
Heck yeah.
3 minutes remaining.
Green picked up 3 more, 19 points.
Is that the second highest scoring jam?
Good question.
There was a 24 in the first half.
There was a 24 in the first half. Yes, that's the second highest.
And just about 3 minutes remaining. Gotham has really cemented a convincing lead here, leading 233 to Helsinki's 116.
Another official timeout now. Two minutes and 55 seconds left to play in regulation. And I think we'll probably just go regulation. I don't think it's likely we'll get overtime.
No. Helsinki does have one stoppage available to perhaps squeeze an extra jam in there towards the end if timing works out correctly.
Did we do the rosters since we've been live?
I believe so.
Okay, good. Take us through the referees. We have our head ref is Dura Queer. We also have Lauren Order, Kilt Trip, Oliver Pist, Dr. Math, Yogi, Candyman, and Rev Riot serving as the alt. And then our non-skating officials, we have Princess Bitch, Ziggy Stardust, Cat and Fomo, Red Baron, Agent of Wield, Locomotive, May the Force, Epic Phil, and Chucky D. So much love to all our referees and officials, the officiating crew here.
Yep, they've had their hands full as things have gotten a little wilder in the second half.
Sure. But keeping everything, I think, well in hand. Top-notch crews always at these WFTDA recognized tournaments. There are 463 leagues in the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. That spans 6 continents. I guess we don't have the South Pole.
Yes. But there's time yet.
Yeah, sure.
Time yet. And also climate change.
Right.
I should not laugh about that. That's not funny at all. Okay, after clearing up that official timeout, we're ready to get back into it.
It is a power start. So number 394 back on the line, Millis, emerging from the penalty box.
Sally Handsome, however, for Gotham has gained lead. Antila jamming for Helsinki, star in hand. Sally Handsome is eligible to score. Grabs a jersey. However,
all right, I have some information from Rev Riot.
as Sally Handsome goes to the penalty box and Helsinki goes on a power jam, what do you know, Bobby?
That was an expulsion on number 394, Millis. So this jammer is serving, finished out the penalty for the previous jammer that was expelled for blocking the down skater.
Antila held at a standstill in turn number 2. Sally Handsome has been recycled there by Predator. Penttinen, Shard, and Predator now forming a trio to hold up the progress of Sally Handsome. Less than 2 minutes remain on the clock.
Penttinen with the pivot stripe and a frequent recipient of star passes. And right there next to Antila.
Sally Hansen has come out on a scoring pass. 4 on the board for Gotham. Sally Hansen inside the pack once more. And Tila has removed the star, but has been unable to make any forward progress afterward. Both jammers in their solitudes. Now, some offense from Gotham, trying to spring open the gates for Sally Hansen. That's Anabolics playing offense and also trying to bridge.
Lomain picks up a forearm. Another forearm coming in at the top of the pack. Is it on Handsome? That might be on Sally Handsome. This might be a power start. Let's see. Is Handsome going back to the bench? No, Handsome's going back to the bench.
Helsinki has initiated their official review.
And they're using it as a timeout.
Yeah.
Love the new codes, the new sign language. That's the word I was looking for. 7 points on the board brings the Traitors up to 240. Queen Bee sitting on 116.
And 48 seconds remaining on the period clock. I'm just noticing now that the Wall Street Traitors have all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
They did use their official review and
lost it. Yeah, they were looking for a track cut back in after jam number 4, but have otherwise not stopped the clock. Didn't stop the clock in the first half.
They've no need to. A comfortable lead.
4-on-4, each team with 1 skater in the penalty box. Lomain with the pivot cover for the Wall Street Traitors. And it looks like Shard in the penalty box. Although I could be wrong. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. Jammers are Switchcraft and Ninja.
Switchcraft just jogs to the front of the pack. Although Ninja now giving chase. Picking up speed is Ninja. Chasing Switchcraft. The pack's still in the starting area. Switchcraft with a quick call-off.
Yeah, nice hip check by Queen Bee's pivot, forcing the call-off. Let me get that uniform number. It gives credit where it's due. Number 613, Lugora, was the one who forced that call off. Only our second scoreless, truly scoreless jam of the game.
Yeah, so no change to score, and just a second separating the period clock and the time up.
So we will get one more.
Just in time. Official time has expired. Antila jamming against Staffinity Beyond. Staffinity Beyond cutting the track, the penalty. Antila will finish this game on a power jam.
And the lead.
Antila surrounded by blockers. Gotham has to set up a bridge, but now the pack gloms back together in the back straightaway. Antila looking for a bit of offense, but the pack is swirling around. Staffinity Beyond standing in the box, has returned to the track.
Box is empty, minute left to play. So we didn't get overtime, but we got a little added time.
Indeed, and Antila is certainly not going to call this thing off early. Antila has been drawn back into turn 3, multiplayer blocking penalty.
That's Jaffa on the multiplayer.
Oh, well, I'm proven wrong. Antila does call off the jam after Staffinity Beyond gets out of the pack.
There's your 2-1 margin. 241 to 120.
Yeah, just about on the button. That's your unofficial final. We'll just await the final tally.
Neither team can use an official review to challenge this, so no possible way we could have anything added.
Well, it has been our pleasure to call this game for you by various methods, getting this to you at the 2019 Classique Georgia W. Tush.
Yeah,
and that's now final.
Yeah, up next on this track, we're going to have the Gotham Girls A-Team, the All-Stars, going up against the Jacksonville A-Team, the New Jack City Rollers. So stick around. Come on back at about noon for that noon Eastern Standard Time for that game.
And a word from our sponsor, New England Roller Derby Report, would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering custom sewn-to-order legwear for teams and individuals. Size-inclusive activewear designed to fit you. Sociopath also offers dozens of armband and helmet cover options for scrimmage and competition. Team discounts available. Please see Sociopath, like with a W, SEWCIOPATH, sociopath.ca for more details.
There you go. Thank goodness for size inclusive. I always love that. It has been an absolute pleasure calling this one with you, Lightning Slim.
Thank you, Bobby Narco, and we will see you later on this weekend, no doubt.
Yep. Come on back in about half an hour.